to do D minor harmonic, 2 octaves, D minor arpeggio, and chorus of soldiers, townspeople, matadors, elephants, and other miscellaneous opera characters by Harold Birston. For that one, we're going to focus on bars 13 to 26. That's the trickiest part, so we want everything to be the same tempo. We don't want to get slower when we get to the hard part. So we have to work on the hard part, get it up to speed, and then the easy part will be easy to play at the same tempo as the tricky part. So first, let's do D minor, 2 octaves. It's in the RCM Cello Technique book. We're starting at page 7, D harmonic minor. So before you start, make sure you're sitting at the edge of your chair, that your feet are flat on the ground, and shoulders are back, and just take a few breaths. Breathe in long and out. Okay. So from there, make sure you're holding your bow properly. Bring your hand down and your little finger on top, and your whole cello is going to feel the weight of the bow. Don't feel like you're squeezing the bow with your arm, because that's going to create tension and problems. So just hold the bow with your other hand, drop your hand down, little finger on top, these fingers flat here, index over top of the silver and the leather, and your thumb gently flexible at the back. Relax your shoulder and your bow onto the string with your elbow too. So we're going to start with 4 beats per bow. So to start, play your open D. Stop for a second. Play a long, nice open D. Now play the low D. Find where the open D rings the most with the low D. So that's called a perfect octave. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll notice that I wasn't running out of bow. So the tendency is to start really fast, but kind of sliding. So just make sure when you're doing this that the first 2 beats, 1, 2, is at the point of balance. So make sure that you're not going past the point of balance when you get to the 2. And then the rest of the bow will be for the 3 and 4 counts. Okay. So let's try a different tempo this time. Now we're going to do 2 full bows, 2 full bows per note. And this time we're going to think about what notes we're playing, in case you weren't already. So we're going to say them out loud. And put this down to 50. So still on D harmonic minor. 3, 4. So make sure you good. 3, 4. Shake out your shoulder, relax your shoulder, and give your neck a little gentle stretch. You can pull your elbow and push your elbow this way at the same time as you roll your shoulder back. Be a nice stretch between the shoulder blade. And you can do a little twist. Look the other way and sit with your shoulders back. Cello yoga. And look the other way. Okay. So now let's try it with the slurs that are there. Except instead of doing each slur, we're going to do a repeated slur. So we're going D, E, E, F, F, G. So the bow is moving pretty slow. This is what I call repeated slurs. Et répète, et liaison répétée. So let's make sure you always start with the bow on the string. We don't want to start like this. Just want to be grounded on the string first. Check your posture, make sure your feet are flat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. go further than my point of balance. Check your bow angle. Make sure you're parallel to the bridge on the D string. C sharp, G. Back to B flat, semitone to A. Then G. Now you can already have our left hand on the next string. Push really hard with the left hand. And watch for your open D to ring at the end. So when you're starting to find your note, you don't even, it's good to play the open D if you're not sure, but you can also just watch for it to ring. Okay, so that's one bowing. There are obviously lots more, but we're going to keep going for now. So just practice those for now. And so now D minor arpeggio. So we're gonna do 3 beats per note, and the metronome is at 66. So make sure you're using your full bow. Again, we're not really, after 2 beats, we're still around the point of balance, maybe a bit further. Okay, so really take advantage of the tip of your bow. Don't ignore that exists there. That's a big part of it. So we need to strengthen it. Okay, so bow is on the string, shoulders back, feet flat on the floor, full bows. Rest, make sure your elbows weighing down your arm onto the string. Big breath in. 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, F. Quarter note, repeating the same note. So 1, 2, and then a fast up bow. So push extra hard on your up bow because we want to keep the connection with the string. And push really hard with the left hand, especially if you're finding you're getting this kind of sound, then it's because you're not pushing hard enough with the left hand. Right hand as well, but don't forget about the left. We don't always want to put the blame on the right hand. All right. So 2 beats, and then repeat the same note, 1 beat. Half note, quarter note. 1, 2, 3. let's now do quarter half. We'll do a little slower if you found that a little fast. So now we're going to reverse quarter half. So I just slowed it down, so just get used to the new tempo. 1, 2, 3. Just try it even on an open G. 1, 2, and then open D. 1, 2, and then A. 1, 2. Back to D. 1, 2. Don't go too fast for the quarter. You have more time than you expect. G. 2. Again for G. 1, 2. And C. 1, 2. Again, slow down your quarter note. Okay, so now we'll do that with the arpeggio. Check your posture. Make sure you're sitting at the edge of your chair still. Shoulders are back, relaxed. Thumb is on the side of the neck. You'll notice that I'm not clamping here. Moving along with each note. Arm here is relaxed too. Here we go. So quarter half. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to from bar 13, and we're going to count in 8. So each quarter note is going to have 2 beats. This way you're going to be able to play all the slurs and just figure out the timing. And then when we go to play it in quarter notes again, as opposed to eighth notes, it'll make more sense. Okay, so bar 13, 3, and 4, and... that's where it gets back to more simple. So that's a slow version. So make sure that when you're doing your 5 full beats for the half note tied to the 8th note, that you're saving up your bow at the very beginning of the bow, because otherwise you're gonna run out and it's gonna sound like this. So we don't want that. So really just, as we were doing with the arpeggios, just keep in mind you can fit 2 full beats in here. And then the rest, you don't even need to speed up your bow to get to the end. So it's the opposite of what's intuitive, is to slow down there. We want to slow down at the beginning, and then we can create some fluidity between the down bow and the up bow. So now we're going to do it a little faster. Let's try it at 66 this time. 2, 3, 4, 5. So still slow, but not as slow as we just played. Still try to use your full bow, okay? When we go to play this at full tempo, we're not gonna, it's gonna be, but for now we're gonna just work on using our full bows. Okay, last time slow, and then we're gonna try it just in quarter notes, okay? So 5, 6, 7, 8. Open D to make sure you're in tune. Okay, so now we're gonna do it in 4. So we're gonna try it 38. We're gonna still hear the subdivisions. Okay, so a little faster. So this is 38. We're hearing the 8th note subdivisions. 3, so 5, 6, 7, 8. forte and play the D with your open D string. So if you're not sure how to play two strings, play angle for the A is like this, angle for the D is like this, angle for both strings is between those two angles. So you can really lean the stick towards you, little fingers on top here. If you're hearing more than the A than the D, angle more towards D. If you're hearing too much D, angle out towards A. So really opening the arm here, keeping the shoulder back. Curving along with the angle of the bridge. So say you're in the middle of your bow. Here, put the bow on the string. Tilt your index finger towards you. And then it's going to come around here. Like that. Woo. Shoulder workout. Okay, so now we're going to do in 4. Everyone wants to be able to do so they can play the rest of the piece. This is a really tricky piece for preliminary third piece of whatever you would have played as a young cellist. So they're really kicking you in the butt here. And I think things might be easier after this, but we'll see. Okay, so now we're gonna go, that was 38, we're gonna do 40 now, which is usually the slowest of a normal metronome, but that one I was using this one, so that goes down to 30. So now we're gonna try it in 4. You can still hear the subdivisions. Ta, ga, ta, ga, ta, ga. So just take a second and feel out the rhythm. It's a new rhythm, and hear the subdivisions. You can say them out loud. Ta, ga, ta, ga, ta, ga. So you're really on the beat. So 3 and 4. Softer here. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to crescendo here, so we're going to get a little louder, a little louder. Still not quite loud. And just the last note, as loudest as you can go. So you don't want to get too loud too soon. So it's crescendo, slowly get there, and don't get as loud as you can get before the actual peak, which is that double forte in the next bar. Good, so if you found that too fast, just go back in the video and work on the first few ones. Even the slowest one, as hard as it may be to play that slow, it's really going to help you be able to play faster. So once you get comfortable with that, just then move on. If it's just too fast, then work on the slower part. I'm going to keep that tempo, and we're going to do the whole piece at 40. Just so you feel some kind of unity for the whole thing. And you'll see how focusing on the hardest part to get it up to tempo will help you play the rest all the same tempo. So we have the 4-bar intro, and then make sure you have your note. 3 and 4 and. 2, 3, 4. Another bar, 2, 3. Get ready. Good. So last but not least, we're going to play it faster. So practice it as much as you need to, at the speed you need to practice it at. Slowly get your tempo up, and then we'll have the real deal. We're not going to play it as fast as it tells you, because that's just not realistic at this time. So we're going to go, but still we want to play a nice tempo. A little more how it's meant. So this is 80, it says 112, so we're just under tempo a bit. And then the molto meno mosso is 96 to 104, so we're just below that. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. For a bit longer because there's a fermata. And 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Get ready. 2, 3, and good. So find somewhere between 60 and 80 to practice it at, because that was a little fast. But that's more how it will sound. So hope that helps. And the reason we did D minor was just because that was the homework, but the key of this piece is actually in D major, so don't want to confuse people, but there is a C sharp in the D minor harmonic scale, but there's no B flat. So last thing before we go, let's just do D major and the D major arpeggio, just for fun. Just a little cherry on top. So we're gonna do just one time per note. Find your D, 2-octave D major scale. So 3, 4. So let's just do the last 4 notes from the open G. Ready? And G, F sharp, E, those can be the trickiest. Last thing, D major arpeggio. 3, so we're just gonna do 1 note per beat, 2 beats per note. 1 time for each note, 2, 3. Make sure you found your D. Thumb is on the side, you're not like this, you're on the side. Elbow is engaged, especially on the lower string to help our little finger push down. If you're back like this, you're gonna be flat. So you need to give your fingers some support. So my thumb's just on the side here. Okay, ready? So D, F sharp, and A. 1, 2. Distance. So if we're down here, we're not going to be prepared. So these fingers are down. These fingers are on the C string while you're playing the A. So practice that a few times on your own. And going up. Start not being able to hear as well down here, play an octave higher. So it would be F sharp from the A. So all 4 fingers are pushing down here, elbows up, and your thumbs on the side. And then as you go back, elbow goes in front. That way you'll find the center. Well, thanks for listening and watching today, and we'll see you next time.